Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol PTN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like a few weeks worth of time. It's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Did this analysis yesterday, so that's where all these green and red line annotations are coming from. And I don't know what I was thinking. This is just it's too sloppy right now. All these lines, yes, they do still pertain to the chart, but I just want to clean things up. So yes, these lines that I'm deleting out, like I said, they do still absolutely pertain to the chart, but from a presentation standpoint and not wanting to create clutter, which I did with all those lines in my mind and risk causing confusion, I want to keep this as clean as possible. So going into next week, there's really 3 key levels to focus on. The first level is just flat out the area of resistance where the sellers seem to be hanging out from the bigger picture, and that's right up there at 89 cents. Now that level didn't get tested today, but that doesn't take away from the fact that, yeah, without question, public enemy number 1 from an overall sense next week is going to be 89 cents, because if this uptrend is going to get any sort of continuation, that is, you can call it the continuation point too. Resistance, continuation point, both the same thing, because in order to get continuation, it's got to break through that area, and that's up there at 89 cents. The other 2 levels to keep an eye on are just in the world of supports. Main overall level right there at the purple line, 50 period simple moving average. As that line moves itself upwards, as long as the price stays above it, the overall trend is totally healthy, totally in the bull's favor, however you can best visualize that. Case in point right here, absolutely beautiful example yesterday when the price fell apart and surprise, surprise, decided to bounce right there. So as long as the price stays above that purple line, then yeah, the chart is about as powerful as it gets. In the event the price does drop below the purple line, is everything ruined? I'm not saying that at all, because you still do have other areas of support, namely that green line right there, which is denoting 78 cents. And just to summarize this on why that's okay, so let me actually scrunch up a chart here just to illustrate this better. So let's say that the price actually does break down through that purple line and then goes down to, this green line right here, and then behaves in that manner. Even if that were to happen, I'm not saying it will, but we're just pretending, what would you still have? Well, you'd still have this set of lows right here. You'd have that lows right there. You'd have these lows down here, these lows down here. You get the point. You picture each of these as stair steps, and the overall stair steps are still very clearly going in the upwards direction. So all in all, the bulls are still in total control. Preferably, yeah, stay up above that purple line, but if they don't, not the end of the world. So good solid week. We'll see how it all picks up and continues on next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.